What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one, I'm going to be talking about the one and only Tesla stock and what you should be looking out for the future. I'm also going to do a price analysis on Tesla and talk about what you should be anticipating given where these gaps are and what pieces of news just came out. I'm going to talk a little bit about what Elon Musk did announce during the grand opening of the Giga Texas during the Cyber Rodeo and why this was incredible news for the fundamentals of this company. I'm going to talk about the CPI data, Tesla's earnings, and what Elon Musk, the man, the myth, the legend, put on his Twitter page that's very important for lithium mining and its future. Now, before I say anything else, I do have to mention a couple of things real quick. The first thing is I'm not a financial planner, so please don't take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, but benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the WeBull link down below and in the description. If you sign up with my link down below, open an account and deposit any amount of money, whether it's $1 or 100, it's up to you. You are guaranteed 5 free stocks, each worth up to $2,000. Once again, that's free money. And if you sell these 5 free stocks, you might get a free $100, $200, $1,000. You could use that money to buy some Tesla shares for free. So this is a limited time offer that ends in just 1 week. Please check it out to get your free potential Tesla shares. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So looking at Tesla, we did end up closing a little bit in the red. Now, remember my previous video, I told you guys, I thought we would drop to about the $1,020 mark. That is almost exactly what happened. Then I expected us to get that bounce and start running. And I thought that we could actually run as high as 1,070 if Elon Musk announced something very big or something surprising during the grand opening of the Giga Texas, and I thought he would, but I also told you guys that I couldn't really make that call because it depends on the news. And he ended up announcing incredible things, very bullish things for the long term, things that really helped the company improve. But he didn't really catch us off guard. He didn't really surprise us or announce something so crazy to the point where the Tesla would have rallied. And Tesla ended up closing red kind of with the entire market. I mean, the Nasdaq was down over 1.34%. The SPY was down, I think, just barely, down 0.03%. So we're seeing Apple down, we're seeing Tesla down, the SPY down, just a typical red day. Now, the market's having a bit of a pullback right now that did drag Tesla down. And I want to talk about what you should be looking out for right now. So here's the first thing. Looking at the share price, we have these gaps. Now, how on earth are we going to respond? And there are actually some gaps to the upside too. Look at this first. The market is a little bit on the fearful side, but pretty neutral, I would say. It's kind of in a kind of that neutral zone, I would say. I mean, it's not really doing anything too crazy. So the market's not necessarily in a bear market right now. It's not even bullish. It's just in the middle. We had a green day yesterday, then a red day. We're just going back and forth. Then during the grand opening, Elon Musk did announce some big things. Okay, he talked about how advanced this factory is going to be. He came in his little cowboy hats, looking so cool. It was fantastic and funny, and he also talked about how huge the Gigafactory is, how it's an amazing product. I think he confirmed that the Cybertruck should be coming out before the end of 2023, which is incredible. But the thing is, like this is amazing in terms of the news. He also talked about how they're improving the production capabilities, and their means of production in this factory, making it the most advanced factory in the world for car production. But I'm going to go into more details about that in a later video because right now this was great news, fantastic, great for the fundamentals, and also 194 billion hamsters could fit inside of it. The Gigafactory, that's incredible. But what I'm trying to say is it was awesome, but it wasn't necessarily surprising. It did not catch us off guard, so it did not cause us to rally really hard. So what's going to happen? You guys could see we have a gap to the upside. It's all the way at it may cause us to run to about $1,056. There's also a gap down here at 1,010. So what's going to happen? Are we going to fill the one up top first or the one down below? That's very hard to tell. It would be easy to tell if I watched this in real time on Monday, but it's a tough call. But I want to actually warn you about some pieces of news coming out. So right here, the UBS is warning about CPI data not being good. Let's go down right here. You can see, look at the year over year CPI data. and it's estimated to show 8.5% as the CPI, or the consumer price index, which is typically accepted as the inflation rate, even though that's not the perfect way of measuring it, like I said before, but it is a good way, a pretty good way, I guess, but it's accepted so much to the point where this can affect the market big time. So I want to ask you, what do you think is going to happen to the market? And this is most likely going to be the case when we see the CPI numbers, and they're most likely going to be high inflation, over 8% inflation rates, getting very close to that double digit number. What's going to happen? Do you think we're going to just soar and soar and soar, or is it possible we're going to drop? So this is coming out. This data is coming out on Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, next Tuesday on April 12th. So be prepared for that. So what do I think is going to happen? Well, here's the interesting thing. We have one small gap up here, then another gap way up here, then a gap down below. That's going to take us to like 1010. Now, some people said the gap is at 1020. I heard that all over the place, okay? That's not necessarily true. Because right here, I'm going to zoom into this and make this as clear as possible. This is the gap. This red line is right where it starts, or right where the bottom is, right? Where's the red line? It's horizontal. Sorry about that. The red line is at 1010. See how we didn't even touch the red line yet? We haven't filled the gap yet. So I think that what could happen is on Monday, it's very possible Tesla fills this gap to the top, goes as high as 1057, maybe 1056. We end up dropping, closing a little bit in the green, maybe around the 1040s. But then on Tuesday, and we may not fill this gap first, but on Tuesday, I would expect us to start dropping and filling this gap. So I'm warning you guys, if we don't do it on Monday, we're probably going to do it on either Tuesday or Wednesday. And that's because of the CPI data. I think inflation is going to be a lot higher than a lot of investors think. And sometimes the market is just so dramatic, it's going to act like it's the end of the world. And you guys know how the market reacts. Sometimes it's just very vacuous, it doesn't always respond intelligently. Sometimes it's too emotional. So I do expect a bit of a pullback coming for Tesla relatively soon. I don't truly know yet if it's going to be Monday or Tuesday. I do think it's going to happen most likely by Tuesday or Wednesday. So expect that gap fill that's going to take us between the $1,000 range. I don't know if 1,000 is going to hold up. We could go as low as the 980s. So be prepared for that. However, just because we drop and it may last a few days, it doesn't mean we're in a bear market. It doesn't mean we're going to keep crashing down to the 800s. No, I don't see that, because we also have this gap, another gap up here in the 1000, what is that, 1080 to $1087 range. So Tesla's most likely going to come back to the 1080s in the future. Why on earth is it going to do that? Well, here's the funny thing. A little over a week after the CPI data comes out next week, we have earnings. Earnings. April 20th, 2022. Be prepared for that. Mark your calendars. Now, typically, earnings does not mean we have to just explode, but what if during earnings they announce something? What if they announce the stock split? What if they announce to what degree they want to do it? The stock price would probably push to the upside, and we could end up filling this gap and trade within this range right over here. So that's just 2 weeks away. I just want to put it out there and prepare you guys for that. But the reason why a stock split will cause the share price to go up is it's not a fundamental move. It doesn't improve the company fundamentally. It just makes investors excited, and more smaller investors will be able to get their hands into Tesla stock. It could also, affect the options prices and the premiums and other things like that. Just wanted to put that out there. So what I'm going to say for this one, I'm not going to give a perfect price prediction for Monday, right? I'm going to be a little bit broad with this one because I have another video coming out. I expect us to maybe fill the gap first to the upside, then get rejected and end up dropping. Then I think we would fill the gap down here in the 1010 to $980 range. After we fill this gap, come right back, trade a little bit sideways for maybe a couple of days, and we could maybe go a little lower. I don't truly know, but by next week, I'm sorry, in like 2 weeks, when after we have the earnings, it's very possible we start pushing right back into this upper range and we fill the upper gap right here. The gap that will take us right back up to the 1080 mark or even higher. So it's just how I see this going. Like I said, non financial advice, and things are still looking very good. Something else that's amazing is Elon Musk talked about this on his Twitter page. You could see the lithium price per ton is just going up and up and up uh, through the years. And Elon Musk stated this. Let me click on this to see if I can make this bigger. Can I make this bigger? Yeah, so Elon Musk talked about right here the price of lithium has gone to insane levels. Tesla might actually have to get into the mining and refining directly at scale unless costs improve. So, once again, that's pretty incredible. Elon Musk talked about the fact that there is no shortage of the element itself, as lithium is almost everywhere on the planet, but the pace of extraction is very slow. And this person right here stated that theoretically, it would be possible to convert the entire US vehicle fleet to electric using only the lithium in Nevada. That's just the single state. And Elon Musk responded, that's true. So to me, it's incredible news. I mean, I don't want to say it's incredible news. Sorry about that. I mean that it's a very good idea, and that could be very good for the company going forward. It could actually improve a lot of their costs once they gain this control. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. It could also improve the rates at which they mine. So just an idea to put out there. Elon Musk is thinking about it. I can't wait for what the future holds. Anyways, thank you for listening. I gave you guys a general view. I am a little bit more bearish going into next week. I do think we're going to fill this lower gap. Then I think we're going to bounce going into the week after, the week of earnings. And it's very possible for us to run right back up to this range right here. That's what I have for this video. I'm going to give you guys my price prediction for Monday in a later video because we're not like there yet. We have the weekend to go over. And with that out of the way, I want to thank you all for listening. Please enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend. Have a great time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Tesla to the moon, and peace out.